Yeah. Welcome back to Hip Hop E. Welcome to Hip Hop E. My name is Nadia and I'll be your host. But before we continue with this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Let's get to it.
Zij denkt dus een top, maar zij wordt gedropt op die grond zoals een lieflet. Wel ook zo nieuw tot en met, maar die meisjes zijn surprise hoe ik get defeated. Jullie praat van die west, jullie praat van die east, maar ze weet waar die bij leren beasts. Hij spant in die streets en breng een keer beef. Ik slide op je opties, ik nieuwe iets. Ja, kom koop gewoon fietsen, zie op de dag zal hij zo'n release dus. Ik kan hit aan die get, no ik moet miskoos.
Can you please introduce yourself?
So yeah, my name is Wake Up. Yeah, I'm an artist from Mitchell's Plain. We Streets to be precise. Been making music for a while now.
Welcome.
Pleasure.
Okay, so what is your earliest memory of music, rap music?
My earliest memory of rap music, like in what sense, like making it or
No,
or just
like what?
enjoying it?
Yeah, where did you like? Oh, I want to do hip hop.
Okay, so I've been listening to music obviously for my entire life. But when I was very young, I used to like dance, clubbing and stuff. I started falling in love with music at really like the ages of 3, 4 years old. Like 5, 6 years old, I was dancing and things like that. So it always used to be something that I enjoyed listening to, expressing myself to. But like probably the time when I started getting into music was on high school. I think around about ages 15, I was probably 15 at the time. No, probably like 17 at the time, yeah, like 16, 17 when I got into music. For me, it was more about like I used to have friends that I chill with and like they would always be freestyling, be listening to rappers, listening to beats. So it used to be something that was always around. And then over time, over time I just like from going to all these pop jams and stuff like that, I thought I always to try just write them a beat. From there, I started to enjoy it and just slowly got much more interested in it.
Nice. And who are some of your biggest influences?
Ooh, some of my biggest influences, that's hard for me to say. I'm influenced by almost everyone. Like I feel like everyone has something that they bring that kind of makes me, inspires me in some sort of way. Like if I hear a song from this person here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But personally, like on an international scale, definitely some of my biggest influences would have been Michael Jackson, I'd for sure say, as well as like Bob Marley. Growing up, I used to listen to a lot of Ice-T. It used to be I was more into the old school music, so I'd also listen to things like Anita Baker, Lauryn Hill, Tracy Chapman. That I was into different sorts of music, not necessarily just rap. But Lil Wayne was always like my, go-to when it came to like rap music. Lil Wayne was my favorite, definitely. And then growing up as well was Khalifa. But like locally, for me, the biggest influences were people like, Early P, Emo Adams, to be honest, also just like the way they would express themselves on the stage, the way they put their personality into the music. And then as time went on, I gradually started listening to more, being exposed to much more other local artists. When you first into the music scene, you're not really aware of that much local artists. Because you're not paying attention to it like that, you see. So you're just on your whatever.
Your own buzz.
You see what I'm saying? But like when I got exposed to these other artists like from Mitchell's Plain and all around, it like became much better for me. So back then, it was a group RMA that really like for me was like the best at that time. I just like the wordplay, the style of music, the combinations, and they were really good. So it was a lot of people that I used to be around that personally motivated me and like actually influenced my music. Like type of road that I wanted to steer down to become an artist in that sense, like, with a purpose or message in my music. Yeah.
Okay. And how would you describe your style, your music style?
Is this what I used to say back in the days? Because when it came to music, like I make what I feel in that moment. So I call it genreless. So it's like you can't really describe it in a genre. Because if people really know me as an artist and they listen to my music is very unexpected. So it's like I switch it up anytime. I can go from sound to this to sound to that. So there isn't really a specific style when it comes to my music. But if something you can expect something weird or different or like out of the ordinary when it comes to my music. Definitely.
Are you a spiritual person? Not religious, but spiritual.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So
I thought so.
definitely-
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a spiritual person. That's actually true. You actually got to like it on
And are there any particular themes or messages that you often explore in your music?
Yes, so the main theme for me is, so I have this, so my name is Wake Up, I go by the name Scheme Spokesman. So for me, my main message or goal in music is to speak for the scheme, or what I would call scheme is like an area or projects. or
Informal
like
settlements.
informal settlements basically. Because you know it's a scheme, it was a building scheme to actually, a lot of people don't know, but to divide us and separate us into different, I'd say, sections, as well as, you know, in terms of also wealth and financial status. So this is a scheme which will explain that we're from, and like I wanted to be the spokesman to say the things that's on the people's mind, and like to say things that they're thinking about and never get to say, or to be the voice for those that can't speak up loud enough. So that's my main message in my music, is to be the scheme spokesman. So it's hopefully something that I'm able to grow into.
Like a
and
political type of thing.
in a way, but through music and through like investing in people's talents, as well as just putting more creative opportunity for people. So I always felt like it's like a political move in a way, because I want to do things for my community. But I feel sometimes you don't need to actually be like a politician to do all these things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need influence and you need action. So if I have enough influence and when I get to the point where I'm able to produce enough, like, you know, I'd say like wealth from the things that I'm doing, to actually put it in university in my community and create a different, I wouldn't say like a different a route for our people to go, but create different and more opportunities for our people to explore, instead of us just being in this, we from here, this is the only way,
And
and
that's
how
it.
to do it, and this is it, this is the best we get. You know, maybe a job that pays you that much, but that's all. It's like,
But you are aware of the fact that we are still under legislation. We you know, back in the day with the Khoisan,
Yeah.
the killings and all of that, there's no opportunities for us up until this day. So they
Yeah,
still do
true.
it, but only under legislation. So
true.
they're still killing us basically.
Yeah, true. That's the thing, and also people's not aware of these things, man. They're not made aware of it really. And you wanna say we can't blame our people, but then also we can't blame our people, because
Can
like,
yeah.
if you're gonna do enough research, you'll find out about it. The
Educate
information
yourself.
is there. You see, they're not gonna like willingly hand this information to you in your hand and on your lap, because the real
They
truth
don't
is-
even want you to know.
Exactly.
So
The real
why?
truth is they don't want us all to have the same opportunities, and that's just how it is. The world isn't a fair place,
Yeah.
but there's enough in the world for you to have a fair chance. That at least is there, and we can't rewrite the past, but we have the present to rewrite the future. So that's all we can really do.
And knowledge is power.
Definitely, I agree fully. So that's hopefully what I'm able to do, and just give some of this information and put some of our people in a position where they're actually able to create the change within their own neighborhood. Kind of a small effect, but
I wanted to ask you now what's the meaning behind your stage name, but now it falls into place like okay, wake up. It's like
the crazy thing is about my stage name, I feel like my name kind of found me. I didn't find that that's the weirdest thing, because like when I started making music, I was in the go by this weird name, like Young Soldier and stuff. At time I used to be a fan of Soldier Boy also. Not necessarily his music, but I think his personality, man. There's something that I gravitated towards.
okay.
So like his style, the glasses with the picture and stuff like that, I do weird things like that. But then like one day, man, I just told myself, you know what, I want a new name. I don't think this Young Soldier thing fit me.
working,
It's not me. It doesn't feel like me.
Yeah.
When I call myself that, it doesn't feel like my name. And I'm like, what would I want to be? And I thought like, what do I want to do in my music? I was like, okay, I want to wake people up. Yo, it's a cool name, Wake Up. As first in my mind, I thought about it as a joke, Wake Up. But like, who's gonna be called Wake Up? It sounds weird. It just don't sound right, Wake Up.
Yeah.
But then there was a period in my life at that time, I was matric and I went through, you know, like certain things. I wasn't the best student, I would put it that way, but like I went through my fair share of trials, and I went through this process where I had to enter this program that was supposed to help me as a young adult, and basically tried to prepare me for being in the world outside of high school. And they considered it for us because they felt like, well, they would classify us delinquents, but they didn't really want us to be that type of people, and they tried to give us an opportunity to like redeem ourselves and things like that.
Okay.
And I entered this
So you were
program.
rebellious.
I was very rebellious. To be honest, I didn't even want to be in this program, but I was forced to. I was like forced to. It was kind of like a legal issue, like the court like actually said no, I have to do this and stuff like that. Because I was underage at the time, so they were like, okay, I have to complete this program.
Wow.
And I'm
the court,
glad.
guys, the court.
So, but I'm glad I did it at the end of the day, even though it's something I didn't want to be in.
But it did you good.
Yes, and afterwards it's something that I was glad I was in, just to have that like insight to like see the consequences of your actions as an actual grown person in society. Because you don't think about these things when you're still in school. You're still like, yeah, you're a person, you want to be big, but you want to also, you know, do things without getting consequences for them. And the program was called Wake Up Program, and that's at that point it was like, at that point it was like for me, nah, this is assignment. Because it's like right there, like when you're going through your agenda for the day and stuff like this for the classes, I'm like, right on top is like Wake Up Program. I'm like, yo, every day I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm gonna call myself Wake Up. So when I make my music, it's there to wake the people up. They can take it in any sense they want to.
Yeah.
Whether it's to wake them up, like, you know, actually give you insight to things, or you just like, you know, make you aware of things, or to wake you up and make you feel good about yourself, or just put a bit of energy into your life and wake up. That is basically, at the end of the day, my whole purpose for my name, at least to me.
Do you are you familiar with the artist called Bob B.O.B.?
B.O.B, yeah, I know B.O.B. You used
So
to
you
be with
listen-
Lil Wayne a lot. That B.O.B. Oh, you talking about B.O.B. from yesterday?
No, the one, the international one, yeah.
Oh, the international one from with
Mm.
Lil Wayne and Up and Away and stuff like that. That B.O.B.
Yeah, I think
He's
it's
really
him.
dope. I know B.O.B. for
The-
sure.
That one track of him. Okay, I know he's got like a few, but the one that really stands out for me is Dr. Aiden. Have you heard of?
I don't think about that song.
It's like legit. We exposes the whole
Yo,
everything, the whole system, the
now
government,
like
and
B.O.B. is like top tier like lyricist that
Yeah.
I know. Like the lyrics is always like wordplay and things like that. That I know that for sure. B.O.B.
you should definitely listen to that track, Dr. Aiden.
Dr. Aiden. I'm actually check it out. I'm gonna check
It's
it
like
out. Yeah.
the first time I heard, when I heard the song, it was, I think that was with COVID, yeah. And that is just when this whole conspiracy theory came out, and the whole COVID man-made virus, and you know, that type of thing. And that song basically, I wouldn't say, I think he basically knew about everything, and then the song came out, but it didn't come out that time. It came out like way before the time, and I was like, whoa,
Damn, it's deep.
god damn. But wait, this interview is not about me. Okay, so you said, you already said that you're from Mitchellsplein originally,
Yeah.
right? Okay, and
Okay, well, originally, technically, yes. So, when I was younger, like before I had memories of school and things like that, I used to be in Mitchellsplein. I used to live with I used to be a lot at my uncle's house in Rocklands.
okay,
And my cousin's grandma, she's kind of like my grandma, she helped raise me and stuff. So I'd be there a lot. But then we moved to Retreat, so that's where I grew up. I was there probably from the ages like my first memory of actually going to school was in the Retreat until about like grade 10, mid-grade 10, and I moved back to Mitchellsplein. So that was like at the age of, like I think like 16, 17, yeah, when I moved back, no, 16, 15 when I moved back to Mitchellsplein. So by 15 years old I was back in the plane when I moved to Essence, and I've been in Essence.
okay. And what is the story behind your most popular song?
Most popular song for me, my most popular song, it's very controversial because everyone's gonna have their own opinion, to be honest. I have various people coming to me like groups of people coming to me about this song or that song. So if you're gonna say popular, it's kind of hard for me to put it in terms because yes, I make so much music. Because most of my music is unreleased. So when I used to start making music, when I like got into making music, I didn't care about releasing music. I just like making it for the fun. So I'd like share it on my status, I'd send it to all my WhatsApp contacts. I make a song, I sing it. Like all the time I just do that, man. Just sing and make like singing new music.
Yeah.
So there were songs that got a lot of attention and popularity and basically got me, I'd say support from a lot of people that has never been released yet. So it's hard for me to say my most popular, but if you're gonna, in terms of like, of recent times, and in terms of also most likely views in, or engagement, then that song would be called Lost. It's a song called Lost. That song, the message behind that song was more along like, you know, when you're in life and you have your journey and you come across people that's important to you, and like I still have to grow and move forward and like become a better person. Sometimes it means leaving some of those people behind in the past. It doesn't necessarily mean like you forgetting all the moments that you went through or appreciating them for who they are or where you've come in life now. It's just about like having to do the best thing for yourself. So it's like looking back, appreciating things and accepting where you are now and being thankful for the journey that's to come. So that's the song's name.
That's what the song's name.
Yeah, I think I dropped it sometime last year, maybe December, somewhere around there. Yeah.
And what would you say? What is the hardest thing about being an artist?
The hardest thing about being an artist, I can't speak for all artists. I'm sure each artist has their own challenges. Like, you know, it's different for everybody. Some artists say maybe financially. You get artists that have finance, but maybe they don't have motivation or inspiration to support these various factors. Personally, for me, the hardest thing about being an artist is, or was the hardest thing, you're obviously still learning, I'm still learning to deal with it, is the patience. That's like the thing, like, to be an artist you have to be patient. So there's lots of things that you struggle with, but I think maybe that's something all artists is gonna need, is patience. If you don't have money, you're gonna need patience to work, to getting to the point where you have money or something to invest in your music. Or if you're getting at the writer's block, you have to have patience with yourself to keep working and practicing to get better, to get to where you need to be. If you're making music for years, there's people making music like for years, and then you haven't gotten the recognition yet, and then people give up along the way. Some people keep fighting through it. So you have to have that patience and determination, like, to keep going, man. Because you never know enough. You're pushing like for 10 years, now you feel like, yo, I started making music when I was 15. You're pushing for 10 years, you're like 25, you're like, yo, when is it gonna ever happen for me? In your mind, you're like, it's 10 years, I'm 25 already, I'm never gonna make it. I don't even feel that far from where I was, only like small glimpses or, you know, moments where it felt like something was happening. Now you give up. How do we know that that year wouldn't have been your year, or the next year, or, you know, because everything happens for a reason. All that steps, that people that you meet, it all plans up. And any artist can say this, at least I feel any artist should be able to back me up on this. Like, you meet people and then you don't know how influential or important that people is going to be later on in your life or career. Because I met people and then like I didn't even meet them through music, and then later on you realize they do music or something that's in music, you know, and you tend to bond with that people, and fast forward down the line, because of that person you ended up here being in this position or that place. It all links up as like a chain. So
networking is very important.
Exactly. So like I feel that's definitely the important thing for you as an artist, like to be patient, have a determination, and obviously ambition. So if you don't know what you're doing it for, then that's maybe something also you just need to sit with yourself for first.
Introspection.
So either you're doing it for the money, because you're doing it because you like making music, you're doing it because you like the attention, I don't know, but you at least need to know what you're doing before, so you can have a direction in which way you're going.
You know, you actually eating it the thing is on the head, because like yesterday I spoke to someone and he's been in the industry or in the game for like 10 years, and he was like, nah man, I don't know if I want to continue. I don't know if because nothing happened, and he's got the yellow stock for, like I said, for 10 years, and he's ready to give up now.
I go like that though, so no, I'm not gonna lie, it's tough out here, and I
Especially
feel like,
for our colored artists.
yo, bruh, that's like it, it's not even a lie, no? But you know, it's a crazy thing, in the last 2 years, no, I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna rather put it in terms of not just color. I'd say Cape Town, and just on the outskirts of Cape Town, you know, like places like more like Pero and stuff like that, and like just out on just a bit on the outside, like everyone is starting to get hype here right now, man, for the culture that we are putting into the music. I think it's starting to create an influence right now, and it's starting to get a hype and buzz. It's still fresh, obviously. It's still new, but I think it's stronger than it's ever been before.
Before, yeah.
Because before, people was only aware of one person or two people that they knew. Okay, you know, colored or from Cape Town is making music. No, this is like youngster, or you know what I'm saying. To be honest, I can't say any names of the people that is like this old school kids. Because personally, I wasn't listening to them like that, and that's just me being honest. Over the years, then I'll start to learn like certain people's name and their reputation, and then you start getting more respect for music, like you know, like people like King Jamo or Zulu Nation or stuff like that, you know, like people that used to be at Park Jams, like other artists is Art Verrassings, you know, these type of people, and it's like then you start getting like the respect, okay, you see, and then for me to see where I've like started my journey in music and what I've known, to seeing where it is now, the music game is different, like mensen didn't even want to make music back then, like that. And I'm saying it like I'm long in music. I'm really like not long in music, because I only started taking music serious like in 2022. I was just playing around music all the time. 2022 was when I was like, yo, I can actually make a career out of this for a real career. Like this is like people saying I'm talented. I didn't realize, well, like, at first I'm just making music, SoundCloud, YouTube. You know, it's like I can really do this, man. You know, so for me that is something that is also like I'd say important for us to realize that as a process, as a journey, it's evolution. It's not gonna happen overnight. Sure, we're getting our people that make it overnight and whatever, but you have to understand this is how the game works, man. You're gonna get your different reasons and causes for people blowing up here, blowing up there, and it doesn't mean those people deserve it anymore, any less than you do. Each one work to get where they are in their own right. Even if they was just around somebody that makes music that had like what we like say clout, or you know, they had main set is not backing them up and stuff like that. By you being in that person's position, that was really something you did right, obviously, that you still around this person, to even be having the opportunity to record in a studio, to be in a music video with them, to be put on platforms with them. So it would take 20 years, man, bro, you must not do it. Because if you really love this thing, that's what I say. Because there's times I was like, yo, I'm gonna give up, I can't do this thing anymore. There was times I deactivated my YouTube. I like took everything off my YouTube. I removed songs from like my DSPs. Like I just felt like, no, it's not getting recognition. What's the point? It's out there, man. I'm gonna keep it for myself to listen to. And then I had like people come to me that same week, like telling me they wanted to listen to my music and it's not there. Like, why is it not there, and when am I gonna put my music back again? I started realizing music is also something that's almost, it's not ours actually, man. We make it as an artist, we put it here. You must remember when you're long gone, that music is still there. I can't tell someone what they should be singing in their head, or tell someone what they should be feel like playing or listening to, or what music makes them feel. Music is energy, we putting it out there, and I think it's there for you to share, man. And that's why I always believe there's no bad or good artists. I think it's just, that's your preference and who you feel like listening to. you know.
It
So
was something that I wanted to point out what you just now said, but I can't remember now. You said a lot, so I think it was right in the beginning, so now I forgot. But anyway,
okay.
moving on. Okay, so what is the best thing about being an artist?
Making music for me, yeah, it's the best thing. Making music. Because I don't know, I want to be an artist if you don't get to make music. So being in the studio, that's an indescribable feeling, especially like when you're in the right space, man, and you know today is like gonna be a good day to make music. So that for me, making music. I enjoy performing also. Performing's nice, but the creating process, it's like you're in your own world.
Yeah.
It's like everything is gone. You don't even pay attention to the time like that. You can stay there for hours, 2 days, it doesn't even matter, like you're just there. That's for me, making music is definitely the best part of being an artist.
And where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years time?
Yo, that's a hard question. Thing is, no? I used to get asked a question like, I don't know, I don't think I like that question. Because like,
Anything can happen.
yeah, how can I can't see myself in 5 minutes, man. You see, like we don't know, anything can happen. That's it. But where I would like to be
Yeah.
in 5 to 10 years is,
Yeah, to reconstruct that question.
yeah, I mean, I would like to be. This has been on my mind ever since like I started making music. What would be nice to do? I would just like to be in a studio, no, making music and not having to worry about money or is my family doing okay, is everyone alright? Like, I would just like to make music and know things are gonna be sorted, man. By just the whole time locking in, creating. I swear, that's where I see. That's where I see. Like that's just all I wanna do. Like, if someone can pay me to not leave a studio for a year, like, bro, pay me. I'm not leaving, bruh. I'm not leaving. I'm there, man. Like for real, like that's like my goal, and obviously to be able to spend more time with my family, man, and like, cause you see, that's the thing about. I know being an artist is very busy. People also get the misconception if you're an artist, you probably just lam around all day making music. That's not really the case, because look, if you're an artist, you have a plan for your music, you're busy planning, you're putting energy, you know what I'm saying?
Hustle.
It's time consuming, exactly. So, to be an artist, that is to be an artist that's in a position where I can generate enough, money or how to be able to put my family in better positions and provide better solutions for people and still be able to make music. That's the thing. I just want the freedom and the creative space and the creative freedom as well. So I think that's where I would like to see myself, being able to make music and not worry about the stresses of life. There's still gonna be stresses of life, but
Basically financial comfort or freedom.
financial comfort and freedom, as well as being able to be around my family more. That's definitely the goal.
Okay. And what advice would you give to aspiring rappers?
Yo, aspiring rappers, don't listen to everyone, man. Don't listen to people. That's the first thing. When it comes to negative, I would say, negative opinions.
Yeah.
But then again, also don't get confused by constructive criticism and negative opinions. There's people that's always going to give you criticism to help you become better.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you can work on this, you can work. Look, if you're starting out, you're not the best. That's the thing. It's alright, no one's expecting you to be the best. But if you feel like you have something that's talent worthy, then that's all you need, but it's to grow from there and keep working on it. So don't listen to people telling you you must be like this, you must do that, you must, you know what I'm saying? As an artist, I feel like if you're an artist and someone is telling you must or mustn't, then you should immediately stop calling yourself an artist. Because as an artist, I can't think of any real artist, and we're talking about art in general, like artists creating. You don't picture artists from back in the day painting and someone telling them you must paint like that. Then how did they become famous for what they were doing?
Defeats the purpose,
art is expression. So don't listen to people, do what makes you feel comfortable and makes you feel happy. Because over the years I've seen a lot of that. Like I'm in studio with people, maybe this person just start going and telling this person, nah, I sing louder.
Hemde jou nek, ik nou lekker douane. Lekker op slikken dag met het op stadig. Ik is op middelslag, pitters op schadig. Inage open, ze bok die Mufasa. Play in die mix, je pans bij je party. Piets ik die game met mijn hand net zo skakies. Iets het me net gezet, zijn maar nakani. No maar gaat zijn, no wat zijn die bakami. Niks gaat voorbij mij of oor mij kop. Ik laat alles mee op je niveau. Meest op wittig of vals, zal je gooien naar onten. Fok in het op met de atoomontplof. Kijk, je dak wordt geknak of verkapt tot het af is. Zij wat wel uitstiet met stokken in balkon. Douw ik ze zieken, ik fok met kalsen. Wat zwem je die beats met z'n walvers. Zie je jelle fiets via zo's. Hit achter hit is de piek voor awards. Pella ik van dela de hits of mijn koop in diep. Ja, kan lied wat ik liek het de koers. Ik kan keep de support. Hala wiet ik zijn hooligan als ik echt in studio. En ik kijk uit je studio op statement. Ik is aan die money kan boogie man. Hala money ta hoodie au hala kon.